at the end of October, but overall not that bad weather for this weekend. We have had a couple of mornings of some patchy fog, not for everywhere, but in spots, and it looks like we have one more day with that potential. So that would be the main thing to watch out for early tomorrow. Then we're turning chilly and breezy for Halloween, and those 2 mornings following on Wednesday and Thursday are looking like we might even see some frost north of the lake. It will be cold there in the 30s, and we'll even have 40s, I think, south of Lake Pontchartrain as well. Tomorrow morning, dense fog advisory, 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. That visibility plus that smokiness from that New Orleans East wildfire contributing to cause some fog. In fact, even Gulfport already saying over a mile visibility, so that's a lot lower than the maximum 10 to 12 miles. Moving through our forecast again, it might start to settle in by tomorrow around 3 a.m. or very early in the morning. And then as we move toward the rest of the morning around sunrise, you can see some low visibilities. A half mile the forecast is predicting at Slidell and the lakefront. But notice that line, like I was pointing out, that's our front that's going to be moving in with some drier air. It looks like for many spots, though, it'll be just after that early commute time frame. Probably for tomorrow morning, it would be a little worse north of the lake and maybe not quite so much fog south. That's how it's looking right now as winds are staying up a bit there. But we'll see. Certainly tomorrow morning, give yourself some time to account for that fog. Temperatures upper 60s to about 70 right now, and some of us still well into the 70s. Our wake up forecast will be in the 60s, so kind of coolish to mild. Not sure if you'll need a light jacket or sweatshirt or something early tomorrow, but later in the day we are looking for highs close to 80. So we'll be warming up, but not as warm as we have been over the past week. And that will be because our next front is going to be dropping through, and it's already somewhat close to us. So here's our precision cast going through tonight. We'll move into early tomorrow and then through the day tomorrow. This is by 7 p.m. The front passes through, but we probably won't feel the big effects until late in the day when it turns cool and breezy, dropping into the 60s. Could we see some rain? If we do, it would be an isolated shower or two. For example, this is 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning, Halloween morning. It will certainly be cooler by then in the 50s and maybe some 40s, but look at the rain. You would be really lucky, I think, if you got even a couple of tenths of an inch of rain with this setup. We just don't have a lot of rain showing up with this particular front. But as we move through the day Tuesday, we continue cool and breezy, and you can see skies eventually clearing, although Tuesday, I think it's going to feel a lot like winter to us. We'll have some clouds, and we'll also have that chance for a shower early, although it won't be very heavy, it looks like. And then, of course, the cool, windy setup. Tomorrow, though, highs about 79. Clouds mixed with sun, turning breezy and cooler late in the day. Spending most of the day, though, in the 70s, so still a sort of spring-like feel. And then for the evening, we start to feel that drier, cooler air rush in. And here's our Halloween planner. Starting in the morning, I know there are lots of parties at school and things like that, 54 or so, but north around 50 for the early morning. 1 p.m., we're still in the 50s and feeling chillier with that wind from the north up to about 15 plus miles per hour. And then 6 p.m. for trick-or-treating, we're looking at temperatures still in the 50s. Easily feeling, though, several degrees cooler when you factor in that wind. Could even feel like the 40s in spots. Now, Wednesday and Thursday, we've been talking about our coldest mornings of the week. North of the lake, 30s with patchy frost. South of the lake, no frost expected, but we are looking for 40s. So those will be 2 cold mornings. Might want to think about sensitive plants north of the lake, maybe bringing them in or protecting them. As we move into Thursday, that would be the more likely day. And highs both days lower to maybe middle 60s by Thursday, and then warming up as we head into the next weekend.
Well, it's a victory Sunday for the Saints. We'll show you the highlights, plus hear from Doug and Indy on